Yankton, where the Bucks are hosting the Huron Tigers for their second matchup in as many weeks. Bucks with the ball, and in the first, and Lucas Kampshoff wastes no time. He unloads one deep down the right sideline to Carson Ness for a big gain. Tigers working with the ball, but the Bucks defense led by Bryce Crowell and Bo Thurman force a fumble. And after a few bounces, it's Tucker Gilmore who ends up falling on it. That gives the Bucks possession. The offense, they take advantage of the turnover. This pass from Kampshoff to Cohen Zarbach, who would fight through the Tiger defender and extend the ball for the lone touchdown of the first half. Bucks lead 7-0 at the break. This time, Kampshoff, he's going to have to get out of the pocket, escape a little pressure, but he couldn't find an open receiver, so he tries to fit in a window. And C.J. Gainey comes up with an interception for the Tigers. Yankton wins this one, though, 17-0 in advance in Class 11AA playoff action.